Watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport. Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. 10 Lobo. Come on. 36. Hard.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Rock it. Go.
On second down, here's Fournette. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Hurdles over it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
15 line. Come get some. Come on here, come get some. Score.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They keep it with Fournette on first down. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
We got to step it up. No. Check.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
He's crossing. He's checking. Out. Check. Lucky. Check nickel. 5.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Ready? Watch two. Hey, watch the screen. Greystone, travel. Check 31. That's the one.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is third down. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They'll give Fournette another crack. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 22, here's second and 8. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Open man is Ross, complete. Officially it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Forced out to his left. And he finds a man on the crossing route. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert rolling to his right. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
This is Fournette. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Leonard Fournette. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
He's coming. He's ready.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run with Breida. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. Sharp move, but can't find much space. Dropped just inside the 20. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
90 Wolf. Hey, watch the leg. 5.
Here's Breida. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Matt Breida, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you get a brand-new ball game. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Got it.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again to Jones. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 44. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Breida. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On the double. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. You gonna get this, boy?
Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Ronald Jones, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Fournette. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Flushed out right. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 27. Now a handoff here to his running back. Tackle made by the second-round pick, Isaiah Oliver.
70, Indy.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. Back is on full strength.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Switch. Rock it. Check. Crunch.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Deuce.
They run again with Breida. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
That's going to be a long day. Check. Fair. Hey, Alpha. Shoot.
Operating from the gun. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
Go.
Now Fournette. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 41.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Check. Hey, stand on.
And he's got room. 20. Touchdown, Detroit. As his guys are in for 6. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. He finds an opening past the 40. A huge play there for Chicago. 49 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
On the ready.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Consecutive gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards brings up 4th down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Completes it to Hardman. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
A gain of 2.
60-yard.
At the 14-yard line.
Topper! Shoot!
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Here we go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a very good return at all as he won't even get this back to the 15. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and that's it. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. Here's Matt Bosher now, standing just outside his own goal line. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. Fournette fighting through. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game on the road, tight. And they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for the Lions, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down. Hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? Lemonade, check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess on my schedule. Mama used to serve every meal, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emerson